Once upon a time, nestled at the edge of a small village surrounded by rolling hills, there was a mysterious forest known as the Enchanted Forest. The villagers often whispered about the magical creatures and sparkling streams hidden within its depths, but no one dared venture too far, except for one curious soul, a little girl named Lila. Lila was not like the other children. While they played games in the village square, she spent her days reading stories about brave explorers and magical lands. Her heart longed for adventure, and the Enchanted Forest seemed like the perfect place to begin. One evening, just as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, Lila decided it was time. She packed her favorite satchel with essentials: a small lantern, a notebook, a piece of bread, and her lucky compass. As the village lights dimmed, Lila tiptoed out of her house and made her way to the forest. The moment she stepped past the first row of ancient trees, the world seemed to change. The air was cooler, carrying a faint scent of honey and pine. Fireflies danced like tiny stars, illuminating a faint path. Lila's heart pounded with excitement and a hint of fear. As she walked deeper into the forest, she noticed something extraordinary. The trees seemed to hum a soft tune, their leaves shimmering with a golden hue. Suddenly, a gentle voice interrupted her thoughts. "Hello there, young one." Startled, Lila turned to see a small, glowing creature perched on a rock. It looked like a rabbit, but its fur sparkled like the night sky, and its eyes gleamed with wisdom. "I'm Starry," the creature said, bowing slightly. "What brings you to our enchanted home?" "I'm Lila," she replied, her voice trembling with both awe and excitement. "I've always dreamed of exploring this forest. Is it true that magic lives here?" Starry chuckled softly. "Oh, magic is everywhere here, but it's not always what it seems. You must tread carefully, for the forest tests those who enter." Before Lila could ask what that meant, Starry hopped down and began to lead her along the path. "Come, let me show you something special." They walked until they reached a glistening pond that reflected the moonlight like a mirror. In the middle of the pond stood a magnificent tree with silver branches and leaves that glowed faintly. "This is the heart of the forest," Starry explained. "It's what keeps our magic alive. But lately, its glow has dimmed, and we don't know why." Lila felt a pang of sadness. "Is there anything I can do to help?" Starry's eyes sparkled. "Perhaps. The forest has chosen you after all. But the journey won't be easy. You must retrieve the lost crystal dewdrop, hidden in the Cave of Whispers. Only it can restore the tree's glow." Lila took a deep breath. "I'll do it." With Starry by her side, Lila ventured further into the forest, encountering wonders at every turn. Flowers that sang lullabies, streams that laughed as they flowed, and mischievous pixies who played harmless tricks. But as they approached the Cave of Whispers, the air grew colder, and the forest became eerily quiet. The cave entrance loomed before them, dark and foreboding. Starry's glow dimmed slightly. "This is where I must leave you. The cave will only allow one to enter. Trust your instincts, Lila." Lila nodded bravely and stepped into the cave. It was dark, but her lantern cast a warm light. Whispering voices surrounded her, soft and indistinct, like 1,000 secrets being shared. As she moved deeper into the cave, she encountered challenges. First, a riddle carved into the stone. "I am not alive, yet I grow. I do not have lungs, yet I need air. What am I?" After a moment of thought, Lila smiled and said, "Fire." The stone wall before her dissolved, revealing a path forward. Next, she faced a shimmering pool with no visible bottom. The whispers urged her to step in, but fear gripped her. Taking a deep breath, she remembered Starry's words. "Trust your instincts." She stepped into the pool, and instead of sinking, she floated gently to the other side. Finally, she reached a chamber bathed in a soft, golden light. At the center was the crystal dewdrop, resting on a pedestal. But guarding it was a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" it growled. Lila stood tall, though her knees trembled. "I mean no harm. The forest needs the crystal dewdrop to survive." The shadow studied her for a moment. "Many have come before you, driven by greed or fear. But you are different. Your heart is pure." With a wave of its hand, the shadow stepped aside, allowing Lila to approach the pedestal. She carefully picked up the crystal dewdrop, its warmth spreading through her fingers. "Thank you," she said, bowing to the shadow. As she left the cave, the forest seemed to come alive with joy. Starry met her at the entrance, bouncing with excitement. "You did it, Lila. Hurry, we must return to the heart of the forest." When they reached the silver tree, Lila placed the crystal dewdrop at its base. A blinding light erupted, and the tree's glow returned, brighter than ever. The forest hummed with renewed magic, and the creatures cheered. Starry turned to Lila with a smile. "You have saved our home. The forest will never forget your bravery." As dawn broke, Lila found herself back at the edge of the forest. She looked over her shoulder, hoping to catch one last glimpse of Starry, but the creature was gone. Though she returned to her village, Lila's heart was forever changed. She carried the memory of the enchanted forest with her, and whenever she closed her eyes at night, she could still hear its magical song. And so, Lila's journey into the enchanted forest came to a magical end, but the memories stayed with her forever. She proved that even the smallest adventurer can achieve great things with courage, kindness, and a pure heart. As she lay in her bed that morning, the whispers of the forest still echoed in her ears, reminding her of the wonders she had seen and the bravery she had found within herself. Now, as you drift off to sleep, remember this. Magic exists all around us if we have the courage to seek it. Who knows? Perhaps one day, you'll stumble upon your own enchanted adventure. Good night, and sweet dreams filled with courage, wonder, and a touch of magic.